Andretti Global has been trying to get their team into F1 for a long time now. They had filed applications to enter the sport in 2025 and 2026. While the FIA approved these applications, the Formula One management, or FOM, rejected them. However, Andretti Global remained optimistic, and now Mario Andretti has said that there will be a huge announcement in the coming days. Back when F1 rejected Andretti's bid to enter the sport, the FOM stated that Andretti alone did not have enough value to enter in 2026. However, the FOM encouraged them to reapply for the 2028 season, for which it would stand a better chance, as they would be partnered with General Motors, who will supply them with power units. But Andretti has been very clear. They continue to push to have their entry in 2026. Recently, the team's founder, Mario Andretti, said that they have some news coming. When asked about Andretti Global's F1 entry, he said, "It's a matter for my son Michael and his company, not me. What I can say is that news and changes are coming, and my full support goes to my son for all the decisions and choices he has made during this period." Although Mario Andretti, a former F1 champion, founded Andretti Global, his son, Michael Andretti, has been leading the team since 2002. Earlier this year, Michael also stepped down from his position as CEO and moved on to a consulting position within the team. Despite this change in leadership, Andretti Global's goal is to get into Formula One in 2026. And now, Mario Andretti has told us to expect some news from the team regarding their entry to Formula One. But why now? There's a working theory on that right now. As we all may know, the commercial rights for Formula One remain with Liberty Media, who played a large role in denying Andretti's entry for the 2026 season. Recently, the CEO of Liberty Media, Greg Maffei, resigned from his position. It is suspected that this decision that Maffei was asked to resign due to Andretti's rejection to enter the F1 grid. If this is the case, Maffei's rejection could pave the way for Andretti to enter the sport. Ever since Andretti got rejected by F1, Liberty Media has faced a lot of backlash from the American community. Liberty Media, an American company, rejected Andretti, an American team, while F1 is looking to grow more in the United States of America. There were a lot of unhappy people after Andretti received their rejection. But does Andretti actually have a chance just because of a change in the CEO of Liberty Media? It's most certainly possible. Let's not forget that the FIA approved Andretti Global to enter the sport. Hence, they passed all the necessities to be a part of the grid. So why did F1 reject them? Money. In Formula One, the profits earned by the sport throughout the season are split between the FOM, the FIA, and the teams. So with an 11th team entering the sport, the profits between the teams will have to be split 11 ways instead of 10. In order to do this without affecting the revenue for the existing 10 teams, the 11th team will have to bring additional value to the sport. The FOM felt that if Andretti entered the sport in 2026, they would not have enough time to develop a competitive car. But Andretti felt otherwise. Hence, the FOM also felt that Andretti underestimated the complexity of building an F1 car from scratch. While F1 stated these as the reasons, some believe that the decision was a bit more complex than it appeared. Earlier this year, after Andretti Global's rejection, Mario Andretti spoke about a conversation he had with Greg Maffei. Mr. Maffei broke in the conversation and he said, "Mario, I want to tell you that I will do everything in my power to see that Michael never enters Formula One." As to why Greg Maffei said this, it's still unknown. He may have some grudge against Andretti, or there might be some politics involved in this. But we know that the US government are also in support of Andretti to get into F1. Back in August, the US Department of Justice launched an investigation into Liberty Media's rejection of Andretti Global. It is possible that the resignation of Maffei is a consequence of this investigation. With Greg Maffei stepping down as CEO of Liberty Media, we can expect Andretti Global to do everything possible to get their team on the F1 grid in 2026. Given that the approval from the FIA has already come through, they may still have a chance to enter the F1 grid. It'll be interesting to see what news is coming from Andretti Global. From the fans' perspective, an 11th team on the grid will be a positive factor as the level of competition will be increased. The junior Formula drivers would also not mind this, since this is now 2 extra seats for which they can compete. The only people who stand to lose are the existing 10 teams, as they all have to share their revenue from F1 with another team. Do you think Andretti Global should enter the F1 grid in 2026? Post your thoughts in the comment section below.